Now, don't get me wrong, walking is one of the best things we can do for our health as we get older. It keeps our heart strong, our mind sharp, and our spirits lifted. But here's the thing. Too much of a good thing can sometimes backfire, especially after 70. Recently, a doctor shared a warning that caught my attention. Walking too much after 70 can actually age you faster. Wait, what? How could something so healthy become a problem? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. Let's start by clearing up a big misconception. For years, we've been told that hitting 10,000 steps a day is the golden rule, right? But here's the truth. That number wasn't created with us in mind. It actually came from a Japanese marketing campaign in the 1960s. And while it's a nice round number, it doesn't account for how our bodies change over time. Think of it like this. A vintage car doesn't need the same maintenance as a brand new model. Our bodies are no different. What worked at 50 might not be what's best at 70 or beyond. Now, let's talk about why overdoing it can tip the scales. You see, as we age, our joints naturally lose some of their cushioning. The cartilage that keeps things smooth becomes thinner, and our muscles take a bit longer to recover. When we push too hard, say walking for hours every day, it can create inflammation, wear down those already delicate joints, and even lead to injuries. And here's the kicker. Chronic inflammation is one of the key drivers of aging. It's like revving an engine nonstop. It might keep going for a while, but eventually it'll wear out faster than it should. Now, how do you know if you're walking too much? Let me share a story. My friend Margaret loved her daily walks, 3 miles every morning, rain or shine. But over time, she noticed her knees were stiff all day, and she felt exhausted by noon. She thought, I just need to power through. But her body was waving a big red flag. Sound familiar? Here's what to watch for. Lingering soreness that doesn't fade after a good night's sleep, joints that feel puffy or warm, or that heavy fatigue that sticks around like an uninvited guest. If you're nodding along, it might be time to rethink your routine. The good news, this isn't about giving up walking. It's about finding your sweet spot, a pace and distance that leave you feeling invigorated, not drained. And guess what? That's different for everyone. Maybe it's swapping a long walk for shorter, more frequent strolls, or trading pavement for a softer path, like a grassy park or a sandy beach. It could even mean pairing your walks with strength exercises to support those hard-working joints. Now, I know change can feel daunting. Maybe you're thinking, but walking's my favorite part of the day. Oh, I get it. Mine too. That's why the goal here isn't to stop. It's to adapt, to listen to your body like you listen to a dear old friend. After all, you've been through a lot together. So let's take this step by step. In the next part, we'll dive into simple ways to stay active and protect your body. We'll talk about how to measure what's just right for you, fun alternatives to mix into your routine, and even how to chat with your doctor about it. No pressure, just practical tips. Speaking of walks, looks like someone's ready for a shorter stroll today. Join me next time, and let's keep this conversation going. Together, we'll make sure every step you take is a step toward feeling your very best. There you are. So glad you're back. Now, when we last chatted, we talked about how walking too much after 70 can sometimes do more harm than good. especially if our joints are whispering, hey, slow down. But here's what I want you to remember. This isn't about taking away something you love. It's about making small tweaks so you can keep doing what you love longer. Let's start with something simple. Finding your perfect pace. You know, my neighbor Frank used to measure his walks by miles. Every evening, he'd march around the neighborhood like he was training for a marathon. But after a knee replacement, his doctor told him, Frank, you're not 25 anymore, and that's okay. So Frank switched gears. Instead of counting miles, he started counting minutes, just 15 to 20 minutes twice a day. And guess what? He still gets his fresh air and sunshine, but his knees thank him for it. Now, I'm not saying you need a fancy gadget, but let's talk about the talk test. It's the easiest way to check if you're overdoing it. Next time you're out walking, try chatting with a friend, or even singing a little tune to yourself. If you're gasping for breath or can't finish a sentence, that's your body saying, ease up, partner. On the flip side, if you're barely breaking a sweat, maybe pick up the pace a smidge. It's all about balance. And here's a secret. Walking isn't the only way to stay active. In fact, mixing things up can be a game changer. Take water aerobics, for example. It's gentle on the joints, but you still get that heart-pumping goodness. Or how about Tai Chi? It's like dancing with the wind. Slow, graceful movements that build strength and calm your mind. My friend Clara swears by her weekly Tai Chi class. She says it makes her feel like she's floating on clouds. Now, doesn't that sound lovely? Of course, if walking's your happy place, let's make it work for you, not against you. Try breaking your walks into shorter chunks instead of one long trek. How about a 10-minute stroll after breakfast, another after lunch, and a leisurely evening wander to watch the sunset? And here's a pro tip. Softer surfaces like grass or a dirt trail are kinder to your knees than concrete. Think of it as giving your joints a little hug with every step. Now let's talk about teamwork. Walking pairs beautifully with strength exercises. You don't need heavy weights. A couple of soup cans or resistance bands will do. Strengthening your legs and core takes pressure off your joints so you can walk farther and feel better. And don't forget stretching. A few minutes of gentle moves each morning can keep you limber. My Aunt Betty calls it her coffee for the muscles. Says it wakes her body up better than espresso. Here's something else we don't talk about enough. Rest. Yes, rest. Our bodies need time to recharge, especially after activity. If you're feeling sore, don't push through it. Pause. Try a warm bath with Epsom salts or prop your legs up with a good book. And sleep? Oh, it's golden. Aim for those 7 to 8 hours. Your joints repair themselves while you're snoozing, so think of it as nightly maintenance for your vintage model. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Talking to your doctor. I know. It can feel intimidating, but think of them as your co-pilot, not a critic. Next checkup, try saying something like, I love walking, but lately my hips have been talking back. What's the best way to adjust? Bring a note about your routine, how often, how long, any aches, and let them help you fine-tune it. You might be surprised how supportive they'll be. The key takeaway, it's not about doing less, it's about doing smarter. Maybe today you swap one walk for a pool session. Tomorrow, you add 5 minutes of leg lifts while watching the news. Small changes add up, and remember, this isn't a race. It's about savoring the journey step by step. Looks like someone's ready for a game of fetch instead of a walk. Smart pup, he knows variety is the spice of life. Join me next time, and we'll wrap this up with some of my favorite tips for staying energized, nourished, and joyful. Because growing older doesn't mean slowing down. It means learning how to dance in the rain. Welcome back, my friend. We've covered a lot together, haven't we? From rethinking those daily steps to mixing in new ways to move, and even giving ourselves permission to rest. But before we wrap up, let's talk about the secret sauce to staying vibrant after 70. It's not just about your steps, it's about your whole life stepping into balance. Let's start with something we all love: food. Now, I'm not here to hand you a strict diet, heavens no, but what you eat can either fuel inflammation or fight it. Take my cousin Edna. She used to joke that her knees creaked louder than her rocking chair. Then she started adding more colorful veggies, berries, and fatty fish to her meals, foods packed with antioxidants and omega-3s. Within weeks, she said her joints felt oiled up like a vintage bicycle. You don't need a pantry overhaul, just small swaps. Try tossing walnuts into your oatmeal, sipping green tea instead of soda, or drizzling olive oil on your salad. These little changes help your body recover faster and keep inflammation in check. And hydration? Oh, that's key. Water keeps your joints lubricated and your energy up. Keep a glass by your favorite chair, or jazz it up with cucumber or lemon slices. Your body will thank you. Now, here's something we often forget. Joy is just as important as exercise. Laughter, friendship, and doing things you love, they're like vitamins for the soul. My buddy George took up painting after he cut back on long walks. Says it's therapeutic, and his grandkids love his sunset masterpieces. Whether it's gardening, bird watching, or playing cards with friends, these moments keep your spirit young. Let's talk about your mind, too. Keeping it sharp is part of the puzzle. Crossword puzzles, reading, or even learning a few phrases in a new language, it all counts. And don't underestimate a good night's sleep. When you're well rested, your body repairs itself, and your mood lifts. Think of it as recharging your batteries so you can tackle tomorrow with gusto. Now, let's circle back to movement. Remember, any movement counts. Dancing to your favorite song, rolling your shoulders while you wait for the kettle, or even chair yoga. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. And if walking's still your go-to, that's wonderful. Just pair it with strength exercises. Try leg lifts while watching TV or calf raises at the kitchen counter. Strong muscles mean happy joints. Here's my challenge to you. Grab a notebook and write down one small change you'll try this week. Maybe it's swapping a walk for a swim, adding an extra veggie to dinner, or calling a friend for a laugh. Progress, not perfection, is what matters. And if you stumble, that's okay. My first attempt at Tai Chi looked more like a wobbly flamingo than a graceful crane. At the end of the day, aging isn't about slowing down. It's about shifting gears, listening to your body, nourishing your spirit, and finding joy in the everyday. You've earned the right to move through life at your rhythm. No apologies needed. Before I let you go, I want to hear your story. How have you adjusted your routine? Found a new hobby? Discovered a trick that keeps you feeling spry? Drop a comment below. We're all in this together, learning and growing. And if this resonated with you, pass it along. Share it with a friend who might need a gentle reminder to pace themselves. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more tips and stories coming your way. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every day is a chance to choose what makes you feel strong, happy, and fully alive. You're not just growing older, you're growing wiser. And that, my friend, is something to celebrate.